Camera. Back all the way up. Stand up. Stand up. Back
Yeah.
up. Back up. Back up. Back. But no,
Okay, hold on,
I
hold
need
on. Now my
I
bed
need
is
it
right behind
further.
me.
Like
Yeah, like see, I'm a little athletic.
That's it. I am done with Body Game. I quit. That is one of the comments that I read today on one of my YouTube videos. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Why Body Game isn't anything that you could even quit, because it's something that you should be doing already for yourself. And we're going to talk about what Body Game really is and why you can't quit it. And I also will address that comment that this guy had on my post. So let's look into the video here that he was talking about. He was responding to the video, Body Game alone is not enough. Body game alone is not enough. In that video, I told someone else that just having a body game does not mean women are just flocking to you. They're just doing whatever. You're not going to just get them automatically because you have a body. Like, I just can't go outside looking like this and wearing a shirt where you can see my biceps. You can see I've got some arms on me, probably a little bit of chest. I can wear even tighter or better form-fitting clothes. That doesn't mean that I'm just gonna walk outside and some woman just walks up to me and talk to me and I start having all these amazing adventures like I've shared with you on this channel. It doesn't happen just that instantly. Go back, for guys that are watching, or if the guy who commented that, if you're watching, go back to the first video I posted on this channel. That is the reason why it was my first video. In the first video on this channel, I talk about the concept of body game and what it is. I credited Rom Wills, who is a OG YouTuber. Go check him out. I call him Uncle Rom. I credited him because that's where I got the term from, and I started making videos based on the idea. In my first video, I show you me on Melanie King's channel.
camera. Back all the way up. Stand up. Stand up. Back
Yeah.
up. Back up. Back up. Back. But no,
Okay, hold on,
I
hold
need
on. Now my
I
bed
need
is
it
right behind
further.
me.
Like
Yeah, like see, I'm a little athletic.
back up. Back. But no,
Okay, hold on, hold on. Now my
I
bed
need
is
it
right behind
further.
me.
Like
Yeah, like see, I'm a little athletic. So right now I'm a little skinny. I've been cutting. So, but I was actually my trainer.
guys, this is why I tell you.
Me and her were on her live stream. We're having a conversation, and the whole point was to show you when she and her chat saw how my body looked, their energy towards me, it increased, it changed. You know, they were more excited about talking to me. And maybe not excited is the word, but you'll get it. Go back and look at it, or I'm gonna see if I can clip it in here or something like that. Maybe I'll be able to edit it in. I don't really feel like editing this video, but if I can, it will be in here. If not, go back to my very first video on my channel. It shows a lot of the foundation of where I started with the motivation on making these videos. But the whole point is, body game is you being prepared, you working on yourself, so that way when women start to become interested in you, the body could be the first or it could be the second thing they notice, but at least it's an extra piece to why they're attracted to you. This all boils down to sexual attraction, physical attraction. If you don't have this, you're gonna have a harder time with the women that you're dealing with, because if they don't want something physical with you, then they're gonna want something usually material or monetary, things like that. And that's fine too. We all are in relationships to get something out of it. But I'm letting you know that it does help when a woman has interest in your body. The body game makes your interactions and relationships usually better, because a lot of guys, we do want great physical experiences with the woman that we're with. Most guys are going to try to find just at least one woman they can stay in a relationship with for a very long time. Hopefully they find a woman good enough to do so. When we don't, we just move on through many different women. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but body game is what keeps them attracted. And this is why if you really delve deep into long-term relationships, especially marriages, this is why the wives are not as interested in their husbands usually long-term, because they have either lost that excuse me, they have lost the physical attraction for that man, or it was never really there. So then the entire interest of the relationship starts to die down some, because eventually women always default back to what they are sexually attracted to in some aspect. It doesn't mean it's the end all be all, but sexual attraction is what can make a person stray away from a relationship, and especially a marriage. You don't know how many women that I've met and know personally that they can be in a stable marriage maybe, but if they're missing the physical aspect, the sex isn't good, or the physical attraction is not there between the two, that chemistry is off, and they have fantasies they can't explore, most women want to get out of the relationships when they start feeling that. Believe me or not, this is not something they're going to tell you about. However, there are plenty of videos now of women telling on themselves, but this is just true. So this is why it's important for you to work on your body game. It's not something you can really give up on. So that's why I wondered when that guy said that, what did he mean give up? He said he was, let's read the comment here and I'll see if I can post it up. But yeah, he says, I'm quitting body game. You really had me thinking. It's all I needed to do and the flood of love would come. I'm not going to say I apologize for that, but I can see how that happened, because I put a lot of focus on the channel on just body game, and I don't make videos specifically on other topics because not a lot of people watch them. I just go with what people watch on the channel, to be honest, because the videos turn out to be for the people who watch them. So I kind of have to stick to what they like and what you guys will pay attention to. But it's not a lie, it's not false. Yes, the body game does help. All of the stories I've told you about my interactions with women are true. And my whole entire life, I've had about 10 girlfriends, like 10 actual relationships, and probably more if I felt like counting them. So I am going based on a lot of experience, because outside of those 10 relationships, there have been many other encounters as well, which a lot of these stories come from as well. I'm going to finish his comment. He says, if I got to do more than that to finally get a woman to touch me, it's not worth it. I'll just stay home and play video games. Oh man. And I'm not even going to talk bad about him. It's just I'm going to respond to, because like I say, I realize responding in the comments is not enough to give proper responses to some of these responses that you guys leave. So let's break this down. If I got to do more than that to finally get a woman to touch me, the fact that he put finally there means that it has to have been a long time, or the results just are not coming like he expected. And that's not cool. I mean, he said finally. I get it. With doing this internet thing, I've started to realize that most guys have not had lives like me, but I thought they were. I thought many guys were having lives like me, where you were just always dealing with women since you were young and just always had successes with women. We all have failures with women, of course. I have many failure stories. I even posted some recently. I posted about the first time I got cheated on. And that's the reason I said first, it's happened more than once, but I'm still here and I don't hate women or anything. But yeah, he says, if I got to do more than that to get a woman to finally touch me, that's crazy. And in a way, he might be right. I may not be able to help him, or I may be able to help him. I remember I coached a guy, a subscriber, like 2 years ago. He paid me. I coached him, and I didn't coach him anything on body game, really. Like I mentioned, working on yourself, but that was not the main things that I really coached him on that helped him secure a relationship with a girl. And she was absolutely in love with him. He was a young guy. I believe he was like 18. Yeah, he was 18, 19, going straight to the university. So he was fresh out of high school. And yeah, I helped him. He came out of a bad situation where a girlfriend broke up with him. She did the typical monkey branch to a new dude, and it just makes you feel down in the dumps. I helped build him back up mentally. I broke him down first mentally and told him what it really was. Didn't play soft with him. And then I built him back up. I taught him about the mentality he needed to have to deal with women. Because I was coaching him, I had a lot more incentive to really work with him and teach him, hey, these are the foundations of what people have never told you about dealing with women. And if you just get your mindset right and then you come at the woman with the correct mindset, it should just flow a lot better. So once I coached him, and my style of coaching is not, I'm not going to be checking on you, seeing if you're doing the things I told you every single day. We talked for a few days, and once I felt like I taught him enough of the foundation he needed, all I did was I backed off, and I didn't message him for weeks. He didn't message me for weeks. So I figured if he had no questions and I had nothing else to just say to him, because I wasn't going to check on him, he might be doing okay. I checked on him like twice within 8 weeks, and we just hit here and there some conversations. He came back and told me he had a girlfriend. He told me how the girl was head over heels in love with him. He told me how everything, now he probably didn't say everything, but you get what I'm saying. A lot of the things I was telling him and teaching him about his mindset and how to speak to a woman and how to carry himself, it was all true. It was working for him, and she was falling in love with every single aspect of him being a man, him learning and growing how to be a man in front of a woman. So I know this stuff works, and that's just a one-for-one situation. I haven't coached a lot of people, but that was the first person I coached on that, and it was technically 100% success rate. Now, if I coach many other people, there are going to be different other challenges. But if you are happen to be interested in that, I could possibly help you with it. I looked at his text messages. I told him how to respond to women, how to respond to those text messages, why you should or should not respond. I taught him basically how to have conversations with women and what they care about, instead of him having conversations and doing things that he thought they cared about. And I'll tell him the reality. But either way, I was just saying there's more I could ramble on about this topic. I just wanted to bring this comment up to you guys and see, what do you think about this? Giving up on body game. The guy, he ends the statement by saying, if it's not worth it, I'll just stay home and play video games. Let me know what you think about that ending statement, and I'll probably have to make another video on that topic as well.